Crack open a cold one. It's the FightCast.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It's the first ever episode 1 of the FightCast. We are a brand new MMA podcast bringing you the latest and greatest fight news and anything involving MMA, UFC, glory. I'm Andrew
I am going to
Morgan.
have to get on Glory, huh?
Well, I mean, I didn't necessarily mean glory kickboxing, but yeah, man, you just got to hop on everything fighting.
I see the highlights. They're so exciting. Yeah,
They're
maybe
great.
I do.
Just hop in on it.
When I was looking at when I was picking the fights for the upcoming Saturday event, Halloway vs. Kattar, I was looking at, because they keep track of everything, even outside of the UFC. I had to watch a few fights from Bellator. Do they have different rules from Bellator to UFC?
Bellator does not know.
It's the same.
Yeah, one championship has different rules.
Can you kick people on the ground at one?
Yeah, you can. You can soccer kick.
I want to see that shit.
anyways, I'm Andrew. With me, as always.
Oh, that's me, Chase Thompson.
Yeah, there you go. All right, Chase. Now, you watch no other sports. No other sports can grip you as much as MMA can.
It really has. It hasn't even come close. I mean, I've tried. Like, I'll watch. I attempted to watch football the other day. I mean, it was just on the TV at Buffalo Wild Wings, and I just had no idea what was going on. It's just confusing. It's just so much shit. It like fighting. You don't even have to understand. Like, nobody ever has to teach you the rules of fighting. It's literally just ingrained in everybody's knowledge. You fight the other person who wins.
It is the most simplistic sport. It is.
Yet, but even when I was younger, it was entertaining to watch, just to watch. But then you start really paying attention between all the different styles, and it's really interesting. It gets super in depth. I almost feel like it gets way more in depth than other sports while being so simple.
You know what? I think you said it best. And you know what? To be honest, though, another thing why I enjoy MMA so much is that you can watch a football game, right? And it's just a football game. There's nowhere near the spectacle like a UFC pay-per-view.
I mean, I know football fans and especially basketball fans that feel the same way, but so I don't know about that. But I mean,
but like, think about it. You know, like a football game starts, right? But when you turn on that UFC pay-per-view and you got Joe Rogan, Daniel Cormier, John Anik ringing in that pay-per-view.
Yeah, I don't know a single name of a broadcaster on any other sport. I don't. Does anybody? I have no clue.
I don't know either. Like, they obviously have their version of a Joe Rogan or their version of the Daniel Cormier and so on and so forth. Like, the former player. Do you think
that you're well versed enough in watching fights that you can watch it like muted?
100%.
I don't think I'm not there. I need the assistance. Like, I still, yeah.
I 100% could.
It would be weird.
I think I do it quite often.
Yeah. I guess if I watch it at work occasionally, then I guess I technically do. But
anyways, all right. That's why we enjoy MMA. We love the blood. We love the violence.
Oh, it's nothing more exciting.
I think another factor. There's no other sport where you cannot tell me when it ends.
Yeah, you know, you're right. Yeah,
like in a football, game.
It never
ends.
There's
a time limit. You have to watch it. I've said it.
There has to be like football matches where like they have no chance of coming back. Just end it early. Just ref throw in the towel. Like,
yeah, for sure. But you have to play it out. Much like a fight
Embarrassing.
though, but like the difference is that at any moment that person who lost those first 2 rounds could win the entire fight in that third round.
And I think maybe it's just like fight fans are just psychopaths, but like seeing somebody get knocked out is way cooler than a slam dunk, than a touchdown, than a home run. I mean, it's not even close.
Not even close.
Not
Not
even.
even close. Well, Joaquin Buckley, and we'll talk about Joaquin Buckley later in the show. But what Joaquin Buckley did last year with that tornado spin kick, if you haven't seen it, ladies and gentlemen, go look that one up.
Yeah, I mean, did it win? Did it win knockout of the year? I think I was looking at
It for sure got knocked out
Tapology
of the year.
gave knockout of the year to Cody Garbrandt.
See, the
That
thing
shit
is,
was crazy, man.
that
But
one's
it's
very
not.
crazy.
But that's not as exciting. That's not as crazy or weird as the
But you'll
Joaquin fight.
never see something like that equivalence in your other sports. What are you going to do? You're going to hit a ball harder out of the field,
Yeah, it's just not as.
or you're going to run the ball into the end zone harder. There's nothing that can equate to a spin kick KO.
Oh, it's.
You know,
Yeah, especially if it's like not expected. It's.
or that perfectly timed KO. That just sweet lights go out. The Edson Barboza wheel kick against Terry Edom.
Mhm.
Like those levels, you can't compete. It's
Yeah,
it's
and that's
only
just on the surface.
something
Though. I mean,
MMA can do.
when you really can follow, jujitsu, I'm slowly trying to. When they're on the ground, usually for most people, most casuals, probably like myself, it is a little boring when they go on the ground. You just really want to see them fight each other, but it gets so technical sometimes where it's as entertaining. It's
Like a good one, right? I go back to is T.J. Dillashaw versus Henry Cejudo, right? When they're just scrambling and rolling on the ground, or sorry, not. Did I say T.J. Dillashaw?
yeah.
I meant Demetrius Johnson. Is who I
Oh
meant.
yeah.
Demetrius Johnson versus Henry Cejudo when they're just rolling. Cejudo goes for the takedown and DJ does whatever he can to get up. He scrambles his
Yeah, and
freaking
especially the little boys are really good at that. The little
yes,
boys,
they can scramble.
yeah.
Alrighty, so that's obviously MMA. It's the best. There's nothing close to
And
it.
I mean, from what I understand, they are rocking COVID like no other from other sports. Maybe I'm just
Yeah,
hearing
well,
that because all I follow is MMA, but
well, they were the first one to bring sports back. That was
I
the
mean,
other
yeah, they
big
didn't
thing.
really skip a beat. They didn't
Nope.
really empty
They
arenas.
they
Man, last year was
postponed
crazy.
they postponed the first 3 events after COVID started.
Yeah.
Obviously we were supposed to go see uh
Oh yeah,
Lionheart Smith
yeah. We're
versus
gonna see
Glover
first
Teixeira
Glover Teixeira.
in Nebraska and Lincoln.
Shit,
Unfortunately, it
I
was
could have seen Daniel
postponed.
Cormier in person.
I
Oh, I
know.
was excited.
Unfortunately, it was postponed. We were not able to see it. That fight got moved out to Abu Dhabi, I believe, or it was moved out to California, one of the two. And we're not able to see it.
Yo, imagine if
Uh,
that fight, because wasn't Glover Teixeira got like it was in his corner trying to throw in the towel.
no, what Lionheart Smith's corner was trying to throw in the towel.
Oh,
No. They should have thrown in the towel, is what it was.
yeah.
Lionheart went back to the corner. He said, "My teeth are falling out." He was
He's such
getting
a pretty
beat up.
guy. Is he that bad? Was he beat up that bad? Man,
He
I
was
didn't
beat
watch
up
the
that
fight.
bad. He was beat up that bad, and it
I like
ended
Smith.
in like round 4 by
Smith's
TKO.
cool. I think I definitely would. I don't remember what I picked, but I mean, I would have picked Smith over.
I would have picked. I think I would have picked Smith too. I like Smith a lot.
I just can't get who knocked Glover Teixeira out in like fucking 10 seconds. Like not 10, but like
Rumble
yeah,
Johnson,
Anthony Johnson. I just can't get that out of my head. Like
Anthony Johnson, the newest signee to Bellator, also with Romero.
wait,
Yo
really?
Romero. Yep.
I mean, I knew Yoel Romero's contract ended. He's
Yep.
going to
And
Bellator. He's old, man.
he got picked up by Bellator, and he's going to be fighting at the light heavyweight division instead of
A
his
heavyweight
middleweight.
instead of middleweight.
So exciting news there. before we start jumping around and everything, let's stick on our keynotes here. So, it's 2021. A lot of stuff is changing. UFC is changing. The big one, the big thing that's changing is the Reebok sponsorship is coming to an end. Back in 2015, ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know, before 2015, fighters could wear whatever they wanted on their pants.
Yeah, I love watching because I'm a newer really fight follower. I've always been kind of a fight. I like watching fights, but back when I was 16, back then I really didn't pay attention. I'll go back and watch old fights like that. It's so interesting to see the constant ads and the
Yep. So that's the thing.
it just is way different.
Fighters could have whatever sponsors they wanted on their shorts. They could have. Some fighters had so many sponsors on the shirt. Some fighters only had a couple. John Jones, for instance, he only had a couple. He had big ones: Gatorade, Nike.
What ads, dude? Some people got this splatter their pants with some no name company. It's embarrassing. I like that. I want Jimmy John's on my pants instead of Brock Lesnar.
Brock Lesnar. Shout out to Brock Lesnar and his Jimmy John's. Now, 2015, UFC announces their partnership with Reebok.
Reebok. I mean, back then, didn't people hate it like that?
So here's the reason. Right? I'll go over it. So they announced their partnership with Reebok. What that means is that everything Reebok, everything clothing is now Reebok. You are no longer allowed to have sponsors or anything on your shorts. No other rival clothing apparel could be worn. Okay, like it got to the point where Matt Mitrione had to take off his J's during a press conference.
What? Wait, in the beginning of the Reebok deal?
Yes.
I remember it was always weird because it was always weird to me. They still do this where they go like, "Oh, hold the monster can," like when you're. It's like, dude, they still do that. I don't even really see it anymore. Or they make him put the shirt on, and it's like, dude, imagine fighting for 25 minutes, sweating, dead, losing, but being made to put a shirt on.
Yeah. Well, fighters had to do that before too with the sponsorships. They had sponsors on their shirts too.
Yeah, but like that's going to you.
Yeah.
Like you're like, I want to do that.
Yeah. So, and then the big issue with that is obviously fighters aren't making nearly as much money. Fighters went from 50,000 to 100,000 sponsorship bonuses to measly $5,000 Reebok sponsorship bonus.
It never, because UFC back then was the biggest. Like, what was the rival? What was Strikeforce, right?
Strikeforce was around until
UFC bottom, right?
Yep.
I mean, were they like probably the second biggest up until then?
Yeah, it was probably them and Bellator.
Yeah, I mean, in Bellator, maybe it's just because you're such a fight fan, you tell me all the time just to watch these Bellator fights and these Bellator fighters that come to the UFC, or ONE FC, fucking Demetrius Johnson just left. Jesus, like,
yeah,
they have crazy big talent out there, but I mean, I don't know, it's not UFC level. Like UFC is like the big leagues. It's Hollywood. It's the Marvel of
superheroes. Yes,
yeah, for sure.
Like now, yes, and now to get back on topic here, but it's like so that was a big critique, right? And then Reebok butchered everything, every step of the way. Gilbert Melendez, right? You know Gilbert Melendez.
Yeah.
His shirt, they spelt his name incorrectly on the shirt. They spelt it Giblert Melendez. Giblert Melendez. Gets worse. Reebok website. Jermaine Durand, the female fighter?
Yeah.
Yeah. You could buy his shirt. It was under the men's section. Okay? They had I'm with Ireland T-shirt, right? Like
Yeah.
I love for like the St. Patty's Day. It's a bandwagon off Connor. They cut out the entire North Ireland off the map on the shirt. Yeah, they just cut out entire part of the island.
I gotta see the shirt. Wait, you said it was I'm with.
Yeah, just like look up the UFC Ireland shirt
Yeah.
or Reebok Ireland shirt, and it's. But yeah, sure enough, boom, gone. They cut off an entire portion. Everybody got pissed. John Kavanaugh, Conor McGregor's coach, was like, "This is an abomination." You know,
I'm looking at it. They really did. It lives
you
a
know,
bear, I guess.
they messed up every step of the way. Now, you know, to come back a couple years,
If
years down the line,
Connor was from North Ireland, oh my god.
to come back a couple, years later, 2019, 2018, they start picking their game up. Now they start getting people to design super cool shirts for the fighters.
Yeah, I mean, I've never. Yeah, I like a lot of the new designs. I get the UFC emails every time a new event happens,
Like
and
the Israel Adesanya shirt I have.
yeah,
The yellow one.
the yellow one's a great shirt. And I mean, I've seen other ones that look nice. I really wanted to get a. I'm like, there's like one more great Davison Figueroa fight. I'm getting a shirt, like guaranteed. I'm getting either a jersey or a shirt. I'm getting it.
But that was the other nice thing about the Reebok deal was that fighters have jerseys.
Yeah, the
Like
jerseys are cool. Yeah, I do. Yeah, definitely.
the jerseys are great. Now you know how like other sports, right? They have their jerseys, they have their names, they have their team, right?
Yeah.
Now UFC had that. Before you had to wear some affliction shirt that said
Oh yeah,
George St. Pierre.
It was
Now
not the same.
you have
It almost like looked like not as respected as a football jersey is. Everybody knows what a football jersey looks like. Everybody knows what a hockey jersey or a basketball like jersey. But and I mean I think the UFC jerseys have they changed throughout. I mean the Reebok jerseys have they changed throughout?
Very subtle,
Yeah.
but nothing crazy, nothing crazy. But like it's been more of like they have like some fighters have their specially designed shirts. Has been the big thing that changed, and then obviously the champions from the beginning have always had the black and gold.
Yeah, I hope that never changes. Wait. So who? Yeah, wait, who bought them again?
So now this is what nobody bought Reebok.
Yeah.
UFC and Reebok their sponsorship, their partnership ends in May of 2021.
Mhm.
Now, towards the end of 2020, it announced that Venom, VENUM, not to be confused with the Venom energy drink. Venom, the sporting company, clothing wear company, has now taken sole ownership of UFC apparel. So now, when fighters walk out, they will be walking out to Venom. Now, I don't have the current numbers pulled up, but I believe they're making more than what they're paying fighters more than what Reebok was paying.
Oh, it's Venom with a
Now,
U. Oh.
yep, and now, uh, Venom. We don't know what the apparel is going to look like. I'm assuming closer to that time, UFC is going to have a press conference. Announcing everything and showing off their new apparel. So
I am currently on the Venom website. I'm sure they're going to have something else other than what they have for their store. They have so yeah, you can buy their One FC. Wait, do they do One FC?
I'm assuming, yeah.
Yeah, because I mean they have One FC, or I mean, do other MMA organizations do they still have different? You can kind of just wear what you want.
So UFC is the only one that has a specific partnership with a clothing brand.
Yeah, I'm looking at you can buy their One FC shorts. They're only $75. I mean, but they're ugly. This is gross. So I don't get these at all. Because I mean, I remember. Yeah, I remember. Like, it was a big thing that when the shorts changed, because it really is just shorts, but it really means nothing. The fighters are still the same, but
it looks sleeker.
I remember like everybody kind of thinking it was weird, but at a certain point they kind of got it down. They kind of nailed it because it changed Like definitely, the Reebok shorts changed. Like they had like weird designs on them just a little bit, but now they're very sleek. I like these what they're going on right now.
Yep.
Especially with the champion. I'm like, dude,
And the colors match your country.
Yeah,
if you're from Brazil, you're gonna be wearing like yellow pants.
Yeah, yellow with the green. Yeah,
Yep.
It looks good.
So, yeah. So that's a new thing happening in 2021. Very exciting. Now, let me give you.
I'm nervous.
You know what? We'll have to see, but I'm excited. That's all I can say. It's gonna be weird to make a. I agree. Like we've been stuck on Reebok for the last 5 years. It's gonna be hard for me to see something else, especially when I just got used to this. But
if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I mean, I don't. I guess they really had a 5-year plan.
Venom, they had a 5-year plan, and they just didn't want to redo it. Is what I think it is. I think there's a lot of criticism with the Reebok deal, and so they kind of just said, "Okay, we're gonna part ways now."
And this isn't changing anything to do with the ad. There's still not going to be. You're not going to have any.
Yeah, no extra sponsors.
Yeah, I'm sure that they're probably going to run it the same way Reebok did.
Yep. Alrighty. Now, let me paint your timeline here, Chase. Mm-hmm. Okay, it is 2018, January. Okay. First fight card of the year. First fight card on ESPN.
Wow. Okay. Oh, that's when ESPN Plus
started? Well, yeah. So first card on ESPN Plus. Okay. It is champion versus champion. TJ Dillashaw versus Henry Cejudo. Okay. TJ Dillashaw stepping down to 125 to try and become that illustrious title of champ.
Did I watch this?
I don't think you did.
With you? Yeah, because no. I think I started watching the Fight Companion of it, the Joe Rogan Fight Companion of it, and I just remember like Brendan Schaub and Rogan.
I don't think they did a Fight Companion.
I think they did because I just remember at some point they must have done one at the early part of ESPN Plus because they were all just bitching about how confusing it was to do ESPN Plus. They're just old.
So yeah, I don't remember. Anyways. I was actually on the way back from Chicago at a fighting game tournament.
I definitely watched
it. So the fight happens, right? Fight starts. 30 seconds into the fight, less than a minute, Henry Cejudo stops TJ Dillashaw to retain the 125 pound title. And make his first title defense since winning the fight against DJ. So
that would have been crazy. Oh,
I know.
I wish I would have fucking watched that.
A year,
like in person.
A year, or cut to a month later, TJ Dillashaw pops for EPO. USADA, screw you guys. You stole TJ Dillashaw from us for 2 years. Okay.
What is EPO? Is that like performance enhancing drugs?
Yeah, it's a PED.
It's not because I remember when John got popped, it was for tainted supplements. I still don't understand or really know what that means. But is he cheating or not? Basically.
So TJ Dillashaw cheated. Yes.
Oh
EPO.
My God.
Yes. EPO basically. So TJ Dillashaw, he went on Instagram, made like a several part video, basically apologizing, admitting to it, and basically gave his, basically saying, "Hey, this is why I did it." So when he was cutting to 125, his body was crashing. Mm-hmm. He didn't have the same stamina.
Yeah,
he was getting
tired. He's a little guy, but cutting that low.
But cutting even lower, right? So he already cuts to 135. Now he's trying to cut an additional 25 to get to 125, and he looked like death at 125. But he got there, got to 125. However, his body starts crashing. He starts getting super tired after workouts, and just something's not normal to. So he took it on himself to get that EPO. Now, what EPO does just makes basically it lets blood go through your system faster, so you can, get oxygen through your body more, so you don't get tired. And unfortunately, it backfired, and he suffered a 2-year suspension by USADA.
Damn. It hasn't been like. Is this like that? Is that like the biggest suspension since? Like, has there been a even close? I mean, Jones was never suspended for long. It was literally just
No.
like jokes, like, oh, a 3-month suspension. It's like,
Well, Jones was first suspended for a year,
oh,
and then he was supposed to be suspended for 2 years, and then he snitched and got that cut down to like 9 months.
he's a man of God, man. He's a man of God.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
But
TJ Dillon, like, it's even like when watching it. When did like Cody Garbrandt? When did those two fights happen? They were 2017.
yeah, those 2017s.
Because those fights, like, I remember from what I understood before, I wasn't really watching that many fights before that, but I watched both those fights. And dude, that second fight's crazy. Oh.
The first fight's crazy.
Yeah, dude, they're both crazy. But what's the one where he, like, what was that one picture of Cody Garbrandt, like,
Oh, that's the first fight.
Screaming at him?
That's the first fight.
He was never that angry before. Like, something happened. I thought he was a nice kid. He was
You,
like
you saying roid rage? You think he's had roid rage this whole time?
I don't know. He was like a nice guy. that picture of him screaming, and because he did the Ultimate Fighter, right? With
with Cody.
And from what I understand, didn't he like choke him or something?
Cody did, yeah.
Oh God, that show, dude. Should we start watching that show? Oh, do they still do it?
No, but they're bringing it back. We'll talk about it on another episode.
Oh, hell yeah.
When it starts coming closer, we'll talk about Ultimate
Fighter. Because like reality TV sucks, but like fighting reality TV, oh my God. Like, imagine if just like Kim Kardashian and Khloe Kardashian just put on boxing gloves. That's awesome.
I get you. All right, so cut to 2 years later. It's 2021. Or I guess no, that was 2019 that happened. Not 2018. I lied. It was 2019. All that stuff happened.
Yeah.
Yeah. So cut to 2021, and well, here we are. TJ Dillashaw.
When is it? Like
unbanned.
Next month?
The 21st of January, I believe.
Wow.
It is. So just a week away. Now, Chase. Now that TJ Dillashaw is unbanned, and now you are, finding out here and first that it was banned substance that he did choose to cheat. Are you excited to see him back?
Oh, of course. I mean, TJ was fucking awesome.
So,
like,
he is a cheater. Okay. Are you going to be rooting for him his next fight? Because you cannot say this. Because listen,
he was gonna have a rematch with Henry Cejudo.
We don't know yet.
Well, I mean, I'm on Tapology, and it said the bout was rescheduled. It was canceled.
Maybe, I don't know. But because here's the thing, right? Do you root for John Jones when he fights?
I sadly didn't grow up watching, the dominant John Jones that everybody loves. But I just I don't hate John Jones, but he's just such a good fighter. And I think TJ Dillashaw is such a good fighter. I really should watch him get knocked out. I want to see him get knocked out. Greatest flyweight MMA fight of all time. They have it at number 11. Greatest. It's a 30-second fight.
Okay, so anyways, like, here's the thing, right? Like, I have this back and forth issue too, because before the Henry Cejudo fight, TJ Dillashaw is, my top 5 fighters.
Yeah, he's staying at bantamweight, right? He's not. He's not. Well, I would never see him at flyweight.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, who knows what he's gonna do? But I would put money on him staying. He's just so dominant at bantamweight. Yeah, well, when he loses, he lost to Dominic Cruz in 2016.
Controversial decision, but yes.
Oh, it is a split decision, and from what I understand, it's a bomb-ass fight.
It's a very good fight. Now, yeah, he loses. So the thing is, he's coming back, right? Is it the same TJ? Am I going to cheer for him if he wins? Or am I going to be like, fuck this cheater, like I do John Jones?
Well, I think I'm going to go in even-headed. Like, I'm not going to put anything. I mean, in the back of my mind, there's he's going to win, and I'm going to, he's gonna knock somebody out that I liked, and I'm going, of course he did. Fuck, he's still got that shit coursing through his veins. But I'm gonna go on even head, and because I like TJ, he's such those first two Cody Garbrandt fights are crazy.
They're very good. Now,
so excited.
So now here's the thing, Chase. Now he's coming back. Does he get that immediate title shot?
With
with Petr Yan?
I don't think so.
Now Petr Yan is set to fight Aljamain Sterling. I believe in March is when that fight is scheduled. So we would have to wait for the eventual winner of Petr Yan versus Aljamain Sterling, which is going to be an exciting fight.
I hate that it's like perfect timing that he could fight Cody Garbrandt again, but they can't. Right? They can't.
No, he's lost. Cody's lost 2 is 0-2
it's like
against
great
him.
Timing, but yeah, he can't.
He's 0-2 against him.
Yeah, it's sad.
So, so does he get that immediate title shot?
I don't think so. I mean, but I don't know who Petr Yan is. Even I could see Petr Yan fighting Cody Garbrandt. I could see that actually be fucking fire to watch. He could fight. He could fight anybody. I'm looking at the rankings right now. He could go against. I would want to see him fight Frank Edgar, maybe. Even though I would probably put money on TJ Dillashaw. Jose, because Jose just
moved on to bantamweight.
Yeah.
He just
that could be exciting. That could be cool. I would like to see that. I wouldn't want to see him fight. I mean, Corey Sandhagen's second pound for pound. I mean,
Corey Sandhagen coming off that spin wheel kick KO over Marlon Moraes earlier this year. Earlier in
I don't think he should deserve when John came back. Did he get the title shot? Yeah, he did. And what was that against?
Both times. Both times he came back.
Yeah, against DC.
Correction, all 3 times he's come back. He's got immediate title shots. Yes.
Is he not? He's number 2 pound for pound right now. Even though technically, didn't he say like I'm taking a break?
Yeah, he said he's going up to heavyweight.
Yeah. Oh. I want to see these guys get knocked out. Oh my god.
All right. So, listen, because here's the thing, right? Knowing UFC, okay, they don't want to have to try and promote a title fight. They want the fight to almost promote itself.
Mm-hmm.
They'll promote it, but they don't want to have to try and build up a fight. Like obviously Figueiredo versus Moreno, they have to promote that fight as much as they can because people don't know who they are.
Yeah, they do not.
Right? Now here's the thing. TJ Dillashaw coming back makes for easy promotion.
Yeah, definitely. He's much more of a name than because those Cody Garbrandt fights were big. They were popping. Like because I know that they I don't remember which UFC it was, but I know they were the main event, and I mean they had sold a lot.
So well, the first fight was not the main event; it was the co-main event of GSP versus GSP versus Michael Bisping.
Hey, damn, that's old. Man, I remember that.
So, and then the rematch was on the same. It was the main event, and the co-main event was DJ versus Henry Cejudo, 2.
Oh, yeah.
So, I think he does get the immediate title shot only simply for the fact that
I could see UFC doing it.
Promotion. It's something UFC will do. They've done before. They don't care if you are suspended or if were just previously banned for, steroids. They don't care. That's why John Jones is still here. They don't care. So yes, they will do whatever they can do to make an easy promotion. Now, might they throw TJ Dillashaw a bone? Hey, here's a warm-up fight before we make you go and do the title fight. Maybe. Maybe they give him the Corey Sandhagen. Maybe they give him the Frankie Edgar,
You're saying give him Corey Sandhagen, boy. That's going to be a good fight.
It's going to be a good fight. But you got to,
a lot of people Corey in Sandhagen, that top ranking list, it would be a great fight.
Or maybe they give him the Marlon Moraes, who's on a 3-fight skid, although they probably won't, A 2-fight skid, 3-fight skid, 2-fight
Yeah,
skid.
oh, yeah, they really could. I could see them going. It's really either that they either give him like literally a snuff, like the Marlon Moraes, or and that's assuming he comes back looking as good as he did. But
Or does he get? No, I think Rafael Assunção is got cut, so I don't think he's there. Or do they do the Assunção
he's,
trilogy?
I mean, he's currently yeah, he's currently 10 pound for pound. That could be exciting.
Do they do the trilogy fight? Like there's very many options they can do.
Like I'm looking at the top 15. Deep in my heart, I'm looking at most of these. I'm like, I would probably pick TJ if he's coming back as fresh, as talented.
If you're a smart betting man, I would pick TJ too. I don't like the thing is TJ just because he's been off for 2 years, like that doesn't mean anything. He's that man. You watch him on his Instagram.
The one time he actually cheats, he got knocked out.
He's in the gym 24/7 still, so TJ Dillashaw back in action. I'm excited. I'm not excited. But we'll see how it goes.
I'm excited.
We'll see how it goes. Okay, so we're gonna move on to our final part of the show that we're gonna do regularly. This is gonna be our fight picks. Now, Chase and I had started last year a point system. We pick every fight. We pick a fighter, pick a winner for every fight on the upcoming card. Okay, we tally up the points at the end of the year. Whoever has the most points wins. Now COVID happened. Fights got pushed back. We lost track. We didn't follow through with it. This year we're starting the FightCast.
But
we're
hey,
following
but
through.
you know who was on top before that COVID hit?
Yes.
This guy right here.
Yes. I had a couple bad shows, but that being said, we're going to wipe the slate clean. We're coming in to 2021. Now, here's how the point system works, ladies and gentlemen. Now, you guys can follow along, make your own fight picks. Comment sections down below. You can go ahead and give us what your points are after each fight week as well. Tell us who your picks are. Tell us what's going on. Let us know, people. Now, here's how it works. Undercard. Every fight on the undercard is worth 1 point. Now, let's move up to the main card. Fights on the main card.
Sadly, there's some fights on the undercards that I'm like, this is worth 1 point.
I feel you. But it's worth 1 point. Let's move up to the main card now. Main card fights worth 2 points apiece. Why? They're on the main card. They carry that little bit more luster, Now, title fights, main events, 3 points apiece. Why do we do title fights and main events specifically? Now look at UFC, 215 I think it was, or 214, 216 at Madison Square Garden. There were 3 title fights.
Wait, was that
night.
That was Nunes.
No, yeah. Now, 3 title fights. Now, obviously, a title fight should not just be worth 2 points, even if just because it's on the main card. That's why title fights and main events because like this weekend's fight with Calvin Kattar and Max Holloway, it's a main event. It should be worth the most points.
Ooh.
That being said, there were 3 points, ladies and gentlemen. No extra points for anything else. That's how it goes every week.
Are we doing? What if so let's say like Max Holloway is cheating. He gets the win taken away. We taking back points.
Due to no contests or cheating or anything like that, you know what? We will wipe those points. Yes,
I agree. It's probably smart.
It's gonna be a lot to keep track of.
I'm sure. Yeah, we can discuss. I mean, for whatever happens, but I mean, yeah.
So we will go over those cards, those points, everything. And we'll first, when we get to the fight picks, we're first gonna start off with current point totals. What were the big fights of the previous week that got us the points? And then we're going to move on to our fight picks. Some weeks we might be a little bit more organized and have our fight picks ready to go. In today's case, we did not have that.
I got most of them, and
You got most of them?
I don't have a I have in my notes here.
Okay,
I have it all up to Santiago, Panzanibio, and Jingling Lee. Sorry, Jingling Lee. Can't respect a name like that. That's how I read it.
Good job. You are going to get us.
I have everything but the name. Yeah.
It's episode 1, and you're gonna get us banned.
I got everything but the main event and the co-main event, and I mean those two are by far the most interesting. Although I think the Walking Buck is crazy, so is the Santiago fight, and I'll be honest, I'm not too up on a lot of the lower fighters. I was watching videos; they're exciting.
Okay, so here's how it's gonna go. Now later on, since this is episode 1, we're not gonna get too crazy with editing. Later on, maybe we'll throw some video ups, throw some editing so you can see the fighters and records and everything. But let's start with fight number 1. Jacob Kilburn versus Justin Lingo. This is in the featherweight division.
Lingo? Come on, my guy.
What did I say? Did I say Justin?
You said Justin. It's Austin.
Oh, it's Austin Lingo. Austin Lingo, I apologize. So.
Yeah, I had this picked. I didn't know either. That's okay.
Both, I believe, are coming off losses.
Yeah.
Now, Jacob Kilburn did not fight in 2020. And our man Austin Lingo did, suffering a decision loss to Yusuf Zalal. So, before that, I mean, that is his first loss. I think it's very humbling to get your first loss. A lot of fighters,
That was his first loss?
That was his first loss.
Oh, shit, yeah, you are. Yeah, professional, yeah.
So, Chase, why don't you start us off?
It looks like Austin Lingo is the favorite going into here. And what did I pick, actually? I watched a little bit of the Yusuf Zalal fight, really just a few moments, and I just knew he lost. And I was like, he looked all right. And I was reading about Kilburn, and I'm trying to remember why I did pick Austin Lingo, and I think he's gonna win. I think it's because I was looking at Fortis MMA, and I was like, oh yeah, those guys are cool.
Yep,
I know those guys. I was like, I think that's why. I was like, yeah, he trains with Diego Ferreira. I mean, yeah, he trains with Jeff.
Chase
Jeff
has Austin Lingo for the first fight. Yeah. I am also going with Austin Lingo. Now, here's the thing. Obviously that first loss is a big humbling moment for you. It was his first fight in the UFC. He lost. Now, so those cobwebs are shaken, and he comes out this fight, and he gets a big first UFC win. That's what I'm picturing.
That was on. He fought the Jones versus Reyes card. That fucking fight.
Let's not branch off into other topics here.
And I hate that it's been over. It's been a little over a year. It says it was 2019 since Jacob Kilburn last fought Billy Quarantillo. Yeah, it's been. I hate not seeing, and there's like a big gap of time. It gets me. Like, who knows what could have happened in between then? I mean,
for sure. All right, next to women's bantamweight. Canadian Sarah Morris versus the Brazilian Vanessa Melo. Okay, now Sarah Morris brandishing a 50-50 record at 6-6.
Cheesecake, isn't there already a fighter nicknamed Cheesecake?
No, Cupcake.
Oh yeah, she retired.
You should take. So This one, I think is oh man,
Yo, 10-8. Yo,
I
women
know,
are crazy. It
I
really is
know.
just such a flop.
It's
It's
such a
man, look at that,
differing.
3 L's in a row.
I know, I know,
It does not look better on Sarah Morris' side.
I know.
We show the bout details.
She's on a 3-fight skid. It's a tough one. And she has like two like finishes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh Jesus. I'm gonna pick this fight as snoozer of the night. Um, but I'm gonna go Vanessa Mello.
Oh, I definitely already have Vanessa Mello picked. Yeah, just
You
because.
have Vanessa Mello.
Yeah, she's just when I was looking at the she had a little bit of a reach advantage, and I was like, born in Canada, they got some stuff going on over there. I think she's younger. No, they're the
They
same
got
age.
some stuff going
They're
on
the
over
same
there.
age. They're the same age. It was pretty hard to pick this one. I didn't really. I was like,
It's a toss up. You know what? I'll suffer the 1 point loss.
yeah.
All right,
Sarah Morris all day.
let's move it up to the 175 or just 170ers at welterweight. David Zawada versus Ramazan Emeev. Now I've seen Zawada fight before. Very good fighter. Obviously coming off that triangle choke win over Abubakar Nurmagomedov,
Yeah, no relation.
but a sidekick to the body loss to Jing Liang Li.
Dude,
So
you see his reach advantage, dude. It's like 7.5 inches.
that's what I'm. Like
But they're the same. They're almost the same height. My man's is long. I don't know.
and I have who I want. Chase, do you know who you want?
I mean, I did already pick this one, and I went with David Zawada. And I watched, and he was actually quite the moderate underdog here. I watched because I didn't watch the Amiv's last fight, and I don't think I've seen Zawada from what I remember. Because I mean, maybe I do remember that fight. When was that? The Nurmagomedov fight. UFC plus 21. Oh, that was on Zabit versus Kattar. Yeah, I did not watch that. I would love to watch that though. Yo, I picked him because look at that picture, my guy. You
Look
see
at
those
that.
abs?
I
Jesus.
saw the abs. All
It looks
right.
like he can open a beer can with that.
Well, Chase, it looks like we are going to be 3 for 3 here because I'm also picking David Zawada. So
His abs look like my back.
all right, let's send it off to the big boys now. Justin Tafa versus Carlos.
Top is my guy.
Justin Tafa versus Carlos Felipe. Now, Justin Tafa, I believe, is coming off a loss to Big Boy. He got knocked out his last fight, I believe. Oh no, he's coming off the win against Juan Adams.
Yeah. I
That's
actually
right.
Yeah.
And Carlos Felipe is also on a 1-fight win streak against Jorgen De Castro. Now MMA math. Jorgen De Castro knocked out Justin Tafa, and Carlos Felipe beat Jorgen De Castro.
Right. Hey, and that was on Whitaker versus Adesanya. I don't think I saw that fight because I think it was on the undercard, but I did. I do remember the one Adams fight, and I went to look at it. I was like, yep, I remember this. I don't know much about Carlos Felipe here. I don't think so.
But what you're telling me is you're going with your boy Tafa?
Oh, for sure. That's my guy.
He's picking the Tafa. Now, I
Anybody
think
that has full arm tattoos like that?
that's my balloon.
Hey, bud. He's popping.
He just popped the balloon. Chase is with the Tafa boy.
Yeah, for sure.
I am with that Felipe because you know what's a good Australian power puncher's worst kryptonite?
The Brazilian boy.
A double leg takedown from Carlos Felipe.
I will admit you might have like the incredibly smart decision here, but I'm looking. I mean, look at Felipe's record. Not only does he not have that many, I sadly in his earlier fights it doesn't show how he won, but
I'll have it. Thank you.
he ain't taking nobody down, dude.
He's taking him down, Chase.
He's getting taken down to the mat from a left hand from Australian Justin Taffa. Yeah, I like him.
Okay. So, up next, let's move it up to the 125ers. The flyweight women, Yanan Wu versus Jocelyn Edwards. Now, I'm pretty sure Yanan Wu made her recent UFC debut. Okay, she's been around for a little bit.
This is Jocelyn Edwards' debut.
Okay. Jocelyn Edwards. La Pantera.
Mm-hmm. When I was looking at her previous fights, I like what country is that?
Dude.
Oh, she's from Panama.
Panama. Dude, you know.
That looked like a Renaissance flag.
She has a 10-second win.
Wait, hold on.
Evelyn Jasmine Caballero La.
Oh, holy shit, you're right. Wow.
10-second win.
I like it says win punch. It was just one punch.
Just punch. Oh, man. Okay.
Imagine having your first fight taking 10 seconds. The ego I'd have going into fight 2.
Simply off that 10-second win, I'm going with Edwards. I'm going with the new lady, Jocelyn Edwards, with the win. I like her record.
I also had Jocelyn Edwards picked when I was looking at everything. Because I saw they both had pretty similar finishes throughout. I mean, both of them have finished with an armbar kind of recently. Both of them finished with punches, knockouts. I mean, the last one was a decision. They both had a very close split decision. It was a. Oh yeah, and Wu was gonna fight Betchko Cochera. Is it Cochera?
Betchko Heda?
Yeah, she was gonna fight Betchko Hera, but she pulled out.
Well, Betchko Heda's whack. So.
Yeah, I want to know when that happened because that says that was supposed to happen this Saturday. Yep. I wonder how new.
Oh, how
into this.
True. That's interesting. But it doesn't matter.
No.
Okay. Because up next, 185ers, Nassourdine Imavov versus Phil Haas.
I got pretty into this one when I was looking up preview because Phil Haas I got pretty deep into.
Phil Haas is a motherfucker.
Yeah, you know about him?
I know about Phil Haas. Don't you worry.
Boy born and raised in Iowa, you know that?
I know that.
Ooh. I was looking
however, did you see his knockout loss to Julian Marquez?
No.
Okay, look up that. No, go look up that fight real fast. And
Julian Marquez and
Phil
Haas.
Yep, and fast forward to that knockout because it is one of the most brutal KOs ever.
But I did watch his fight after that. I watched the Dr. Stoppage cut. Hey, he cut fucking Michael Wilcox real bad.
Now, since then, he's been on a
this is a
finish streak. Contender Series, yep.
Oh, this is on the Contender Series. Yeah, you should watch that. Do they still do that?
Yeah, they do. This was the first season of the Contender Series, might I add.
All right, it was second round. Let me skip to
it. Yep. Fast forward a little bit.
Seems like there's a lot of ground.
Ladies and gentlemen, you can also find this fight at home. Watch it with Chase so you can get that immediate reaction like he does here in a minute.
No more questions. Oh god. Oh my gosh. Oh, whoever's dad is jumping around, dude. I love how such a small venue these contender series are, so you can really hear everybody screaming.
Oh, dude, and you can hear that kick.
Yeah. Yo, Dana popped up. Dana popped.
Yeah, because he fucking crumpled the man. Now, he, however, is fighting
God damn.
Freaking Nassourdine, the Russian sniper, Imavov.
Uh-huh.
You know,
Did I say that?
yeah.
The way he kicked him. Hey, he was open a little bit. That's okay. It was a minor mistake. That was in the contender series. Since then, he has a
Fight win streak.
since.
He has a loss since, and they're all finishes.
Yeah.
However, he's fighting a Dagestani. Imavov is from the mean mountains of Dagestan. And he's younger than me. That's some bullshit.
That is crazy. He is actually much. Yeah, he's really young. Phil Haas is 32.
All right, Chase. Why don't you give me?
I picked Phil Haas.
God damn it, Chase! I also picked Phil Haas.
I picked this before we started.
I know, but now this could happen, ladies and gentlemen, where weeks we will have similar fight picks. Me and Chase watch fights very similar. We'll go into fights obviously thinking the same thing. But Phil Haas, Iowa boy, I think he can pull out that Imavov win. You know, let's go. Let's start with our next fight. This, I believe, starting off our main card.
Mm-hmm.
Puna Halil Soriano versus Dusko. That's probably not how you pronounce that. Dusko.
Yeah, these.
Dusko Todorovic.
I wish how I can look up. I can look up a word on Google, and there's like a volume that you click on the thing, and then they'll have the woman that goes Dusko Todorovic. That should be on Tapology.com.
So Punahele Soriano is currently 7-0.
But both these fighters undefeated.
And including his amateur wins, including his amateur fights, he's on an 11 fight win streak. So, look at this man. This man is a savage. Submission, knockout.
Yeah.
Ref stoppage, rear naked choke, decision, knockout. And his last fight was a knockout over Oscar Pashota on Usman versus Covington back in 2019. Now, he did not fight in 2020.
Yeah.
Not because he didn't try. He had 2 canceled bouts where he had to pull out on both those. So
I think Dusko. I think I watched the Daquan Townsend fight. No, that was home all day, and I definitely didn't watch that bullshit.
So, but look on the flip side. Submission just says win doesn't somehow. KO, submission, KO, TKO, and so these guys both are on similar boats. They're both undefeated.
This one was hard picking.
This is a tough one. Do you go with the, I believe that is Serbia. Yep, Serbia. Do you go
Yeah.
with the Serbian boxer, or do you go with the extreme couture bred fighter, Punahele Soriano?
That is actually what leaned me towards Soriano was
Was extreme
the extreme
couture?
couture. Yeah, I was like, I just like Randy Couture. I just like, and I'm sure if he's ever met him, I'm sure Randy Couture's awesome energy probably rubbed off on him.
So Chase has Soriano,
Yeah.
and I think this is going to be another one of our differences because I am going to go with the Serbian
Yeah.
Dusko
Okay.
Todorovic.
Is this the second one? Because you had you had Carlos Felipe
Yep.
as well. Tough. Okay. Is this on the main card now?
I think this is our first fight onto the main card. So this is a 2-pointer. Now let's go with the Kanye song provoking star Joaquin Buckley versus Alessio De Chiriocco.
Look at that picture.
So obviously Joaquin Buckley, 2-fight win streak, spinning jump kick, superstar against Impa
I didn't watch the
Kasagnai.
loss against Kevin Holland. I didn't watch it. Should I have?
Well, I mean, if you want to see a Kevin Holland show, then yes, watch that fight because he gets lit the fuck up by Kevin Holland for
It is
three
interesting
rounds.
looking at like him going up against Aliso the Trickle. I just don't see it. Like the 3-loss win streak.
Listen, here's the thing. This is what it comes down to, and because UFC has found a star, is what it is,
Mm-hmm.
Chase.
They like
So
doing it. Yeah.
they are gonna let Joaquin Buckley get as many highlights as he needs to get him to stardom.
I'm so for it.
So with that, I'm gonna pick Buckley. Chase,
Oh, I already did. Yeah. Easy.
Buckley. This is the
Yeah,
easiest one of the night,
yeah, it kind of
I
was.
think. Aside from the main event. Up next, the man riding a 7-fight win streak, uh, in a very stacked 170-pound division,
Mm.
coming off a 2-year hiatus. Santiago Ponzinibbio back in action,
Yeah, it's been a while.
and yeah, he's fighting Jing Liang Li, who suffering his first big loss in the UFC, to Neil Magny. So
Yeah. I this is where I stopped, and I was watching the Santiago's last fight against Neil Magny, which he won.
which he looked
I mean,
sensational.
yeah, it was. I mean, I only got like halfway through, but yeah, he was fucking looking great.
I think this one just comes down to simple MMA math. Ponzinibbio
That
fucked up Neil Magny. Neil Magny battered and beat up Jing Liang Li.
and his Mike Perry fight was crazy. Yeah, I'm just looking back at like some of the Neil Magny, Mike Perry, Gunnar Nelson. Man, wait, didn't he retire?
Who?
Gunnar Nelson.
I don't think he retired. I just don't think he's with UFC.
Oh, man, I missed that guy. Yeah, Zach Cummins twice. I mean, it's just he's got bodies. I like the guy. An American top team? Come on.
I know.
It was American top team versus China top team.
So, Chase,
I
who
didn't
are
do
you
enough
picking?
research on Jing Liang Li, but from what I understand, like he's all right, right? Like you know about him. I remember the Neil Magny fight. It's to me it's Santiago. That's what I had picked. I'm sticking with it.
Alrighty. I also went with Pons a Nibiu.
Yeah.
All right. Now, Battle of the Old Boys, Carlos Condit versus Matt Brown. This fight has been scheduled on several different occasions.
Dude, Matt Brown, like how many fights does this guy have?
A
In the
lot.
UFC at least.
Well, look how many. I think not as much
Yo,
as Carlos
22.
Condit.
Look at that record, dude.
Now, Matt Brown, unfortunately, is coming off a KO loss to Miguel Baeza.
Yeah, I remember that actually. Yeah. Yeah, he got his ass knocked out.
Carlos Condit coming off a win against Court McGee. Before that, a 5-fight skid. So, I don't know.
This one is a little harder for me. I got to look at some stats. They have the same reach. I mean, Matt Brown's 40, but that's no big deal. The 1 win, 1 loss. Court McGee. Dude, the 5 L's in a row that Carlos Condit went on?
I know.
I mean, and it was over a long period of time because they had from the loss to George St. Pierre to Johnny Hendricks. I mean, Carlos Condit was up there. He was. I mean, so was Matt Brown. I mean, Matt Brown never really fought. I guess he did fight big. He fought Robert Lawler. He fought Tim Means. He fought Donald Cerrone. But I mean, he has a win against Stephen Thompson.
Who? Matt Brown?
Matt Brown.
Yeah.
Back in 2012.
So,
and fighting style wise, isn't Carlos Condit more of a not a wrestler, but like
no, he's a striker.
He's a striker.
They're both strikers. Yep, they're both strikers.
I think I know. Did you watch the Court McGee fight?
Yeah. It was close. It was the typical fight. Nothing crazy happened.
Look at the bear chest Matt Brown has. The immortal bear. I'm going with Matt Brown, man.
You're going with Matt Brown.
Yep.
I picked Carlos Condit. Here is another different pick, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, man. I'm actually excited about this one. I gotta write this one down.
All right. Now let's go off to our first ever 3-pointer. Max Holloway versus Calvin Kattar. Now, obviously, Max Holloway is coming off of the 2 losses.
Yeah.
To
damn, that is crazy.
I know he's coming off the 2 losses to Alexander Volkanovski. Now, a lot of people think Max Holloway won that second fight against Alexander Volkanovski. I know, Chase.
What?
That night that fight happened, me and you both thought Alexander Volkanovski edged out the decision.
Yeah,
he won
definitely.
the last 3 rounds. Now, but a lot of people think Max Holloway won rounds 1, 2, and 3. A lot of people, 80 to 90.
Oh yeah, it was a split decision. That's right.
Yep. I know me and you both that night thought that Alexander Volkanovski.
Yeah, I remember that fight well. They're fans. They're super fans. That's okay.
Now Calvin Kattar is coming off of probably the greatest year he's ever had.
Dude, for real.
That
Danny fight was exciting.
The Danny fight was amazing, and he KO'd
Jeremy
event? Stevens. It was main event, yes.
Yeah.
And it went 5 rounds.
Yeah,
and Calvin Kattar never got tired. Now his last loss was against Zabit Magomedsharipov.
I mean, you talk about never getting tired. We're talking about Max Holloway. I mean,
I know that's why this fight's going to be so
it is.
good. However, so that fight against Zabit Magomedsharipov.
Yeah.
Here's the thing: Zabit gassed in round 3. He got tired. Calvin Kattar started pouring it on 2 more rounds. Calvin Kattar wins that fight and beats Zabit Magomedsharipov.
Mm-hmm.
So, here we are. Now we have that question. We have, once again, Calvin Kattar in a 5-round fight. Max Holloway, once again, in a 5-round fight. His first non-title fight since 2015.
Damn. Seriously.
Yep. I lied. 2016. He fought Ricardo Lamas in 2016, but still, that's a long time. Look, Anthony Pettis was for the interim title. Jose Aldo twice in a row. Brian Ortega, Dustin Poirier for the interim lightweight title. Frankie Edgar, Alexander Volkanovski twice.
I don't think I watched the Frank Edgar fight. I mean, of course I watched the Brian Ortega fight. That shit. Jesus. Wasn't there just like some? Isn't there like the number like the most like volume of strikes thrown was the Brian like out of Max Holloway was that in that fight?
Brian Ortega fight. So it was right up until Colby Covington punched literally every part of Robbie Lawler's body for 5 rounds. So that fight took over. But yes, it was but that fight only went 4 rounds of Robbie Lawler.
Oh yeah, that Dustin Poirier fight. Ah,
it's a crazy fight. Now, Chase, let's just get this fight picked. I think we both have the same pick here.
You think so?
Don't tell me. Don't tell me.
I don't. It's weird, man.
Throw me for the loop, Chase. Throw me for the loop. Who you got?
Ducato looked great, right?
He did. I'm telling you right now.
It wasn't exceptional though. Like that fighting against Dane Ige. Like I love Dane. I picked Dane Ige going into there, but you're right. It is not exceptional. It's not like when you watch Max Holloway, it's like, oh, he's the main event for a reason, and it's
because he shows up. Now, unfortunately, he lost to.
Damn, he's so young. He's only 29.
Yep. Now he's very young. Okay. Now, it's like he's never been finished, right? He's been finished, but he's never been TKO'd or KO'd.
Yo, the Dustin Poirier fight was in lightweight.
Yeah. So he's never been TKO'd or KO'd, and I don't think Calvin Kattar is the guy to do it. Is the thing.
No, I don't think. I definitely don't think that either. But I gotta go Max Holloway. I can't. Yeah.
Okay, he's going Holloway. Chase said it. I also have Holloway.
Yeah.
Now that being said, this is our mother's favorite fighter, and it was her birthday yesterday. Shout out to Mom.
Yeah, she's so excited about it. She goes, "Oh, you know what's
very excited." I know. She told me who's fighting on Saturday.
Yeah.
We got the best mother in the world, ladies and gentlemen. She tells us when fights are happening. She's the best. Now, Chase Allen Thompson, let's ring it in here. Anything else you want to add while we're?
This is a pretty exciting card. I'm excited to get UFC started in the 2021.
Mm-hmm. Now, why don't you tell me what fight are you looking forward to the most on this card? I think it's a pretty obvious one.
Yeah, the main event. But I'm scouting my man Phil Haas.
Phil Haas.
I of course want to see anything Joaquin Buckley does because he is exciting. I'm really excited about Santiago and my guy Justin Toff. that's really what I was.
I hear you. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we have a very busy week ahead of us. It's a UFC triple header. They've been promoting it all week long. We have this fight coming up on Saturday. You'll hear us again after the fight on Monday or Tuesday. We don't know which yet. I don't know when this podcast is going to go up either.
Who's fighting on Wednesday's another card?
Wednesday's another fight card. That is Neil Magny versus Michael Chiesa. It was supposed to be Leon Edwards versus Hamzat Shemaev. That fight got canceled. Neil Magny versus Chiesa.
Fight Island?
This is also on Fight Island. They're all on Fight Island.
Ooh.
So that fight's Wednesday. And then, ladies and gentlemen, the next Saturday, we have the pay-per-view king coming back. Conor McGregor comes back to fight Dustin Poirier in the second fight. Obviously, Conor McGregor winning the fight back in 2013, I believe the fight was. Winning it back in 2013. And
Dude, that one. Oh, and Dan Hooker's on the co-main.
not only is Dan Hooker on that co-main, he is fighting Mr. Bellator himself, making his UFC debut,
Yeah, I'm gonna need
Michael
to do some
Chandler.
research on this guy.
That fight, ladies and gentlemen, is arguably more exciting than Conor McGregor returning.
Yeah, Khalil Roundtree's on here.
That
Yeah,
so
it's not.
Conor McGregor coming back, Michael Chandler making his UFC debut against arguably his toughest fight ever in his first UFC outing against Dan the Hangman Hooker. We're ringing in the 2021 correctly, ladies and gentlemen, with the UFC triple header. Chase, you got any closing statement for us?
Stay blessed. Watch fights. And stay safe.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen. That is us here for us at the FightCast. We'll talk to you guys Monday, recapping the fights, bringing us brand new fight picks. All right, boys and girls. We'll see you then.
Peace.